Yeah, here it is, full page in the Washington Post. This is the final column of Jamal Khashoggi, entitled What the Arab World Needs Most, Free Expression. Now, the reason why this is being published today is because the global opinions editor at the Washington Post actually writes ahead of this article that there simply isn't any hope of finding Khashoggi alive at this point, and that really she wanted to edit this piece with him, but instead has published it with essentially what she had here. Now, essentially, what Khashoggi mentions in this actual column is that a lot of his latest pieces were translated into Arabic, thereby maybe giving them a bigger audience in precisely the countries and with the regimes that he criticizes in this piece. It is a piece for press freedom against what he calls the silencing of media. And the silencing of media, he says, where Western governments are very much complicit for not criticizing Arab governments enough. And that, of course, includes Saudi Arabia. It's a very prescient, a very ironic, if you will, and certainly a very tragic column to be published today, such a long time after Khashoggi's disappearance. He is critical of Saudi Arabia, not necessarily in this piece, but he, of course, has been in the past. He wouldn't call himself a dissident. He is, or was, of course, we don't know, have that confirmation at this point, a Saudi citizen, but also a permanent resident of the United States and a columnist, of course, for the Washington Post for the last half year. That explains, at least in part, why there is so much pressure on the Trump administration to do something. Khashoggi was a permanent resident here and a journalist based in the United States.